Hello and welcome to today's Focus with Crystal. I'm your host, Crystal Hughes, and I'm actually waiting on Holly to come on. Today we have a great, exciting guest on the show. We have Holly from the New Moon Body Works, and she is a herbalist and a holistic health expert. Like she's into farming, growing, herbal medicine. She is an awesome person to um, be a part of. So hopefully she joins in with us today. So we're just waiting for her to join. So in the meantime, between time, we do a little commercial break. Um, if you guys don't know, I just created Crystal Hughes Crystal City, which is a all-in-one destination resort, and it caters to the civil rights trail, the civil rights Alabama trail, and I am so excited about that because um, it actually allows me to, be a part of history. And that's exciting because my ancestors fought so hard, and my grandparents fought so hard to have what they had. And to be a part of that legacy to help rebuild that is amazing. I actually went to the school Carver Elementary. That's literally right right in front of my property, in Utah, Alabama. And um, it's just amazing how I've been able to relive that and rebuild that. It's really awesome. Okay. All right. Okay, I think Holly's on the line. Hi. Thank you guys for tuning in to today's Focus with Crystal. As I was stating today, we're going to be interviewing Holly. So I'm literally just waiting on her to come in on the show. But just to give you a little bit of background about her, um, she is an amazing person in her growth. So the bigger part of New Moon is just about them being able to provide the knowledge of being able to farm, and that's why the brand like New Moon works better when you do into as far as gardening goes. So yeah, the great thing about it is I'm actually gonna call Holly on the phone. That's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna get her on the line because where is she? Thank you guys for joining. I really appreciate it. Again, this is today's Focus with Crystal, and I'm waiting on my guest to come in. Let me see. Did she send me an email? Like, what's happening? No, no email. Holly.
Thank you for calling New Moon Bodywork and Botanicals. We are now located at 401 Carroll Street, Suite 106.
That's why I love being live because it's just so real.
And our wellness shop is open Wednesdays 2 to 6 and Fridays 10 to 2.
Well, at least you got that information.
Please leave us a detailed message and we will get back to you as soon as possible. Thank you for calling. Please leave a message after the tone, then press pound.
Hey, Holly, I'm sitting here live with 5 guests here on YouTube, ready to hear great information about what you guys offer about New Moon Bodyworks. So I'm actually going to be sharing my screen with them so they can check out your website. Yes. So as you guys can see, this is the New Boom Bodywork, and this is Holly, who we're going to be interviewing today. So hopefully we can get her back on the show soon, guys. So yeah. Yep. So here's about New Moon was opened in 1996 by Holly Dunbar, a licensed massage therapist, registered herbalist, and certified aromatherapy. And you know what? Me, myself, and I really literally do believe in holistic care. I think is amazing far as being able to use medication holistically. I really think it's a great way
sent. If you have a
to heal your body. So yeah, so that's Holly's website. But let's just talk about it. Let's really go into the power of holistic care. You know, unfortunately, Holly couldn't join us today, but you know, I believe that the concept of healing comes within, and I also believe that, you know, one thing about medication is that your body gets used to the medication. So it comes from a point where you're not taking the medication now because of the illness. You're taking the medication now to make sure you don't have withdrawals. So holistic care to me is important because it gives you a chance to be able to really learn your body. I realized that in my age at 42 years old, that I'm literally allergic to alcohol. Like I'm allergic to liquor and wine. And I could have been for so long, but really didn't pay any attention. But now that I'm older, I believe when you older, you pay your body more attention, and you able to notice things differently when you're older than when you were younger. So one thing I noticed is when I drink alcohol, I itch. I itch in places I shouldn't be itching at. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, what's going on? And the great thing about AI is that now when we have issues, we can type it in before we even go to the doctor to even see, is it even worth taking the trip, to even taking the mental trip, not just getting in your car and driving to the doctor. Is it worth you even taking that mental trip to even deal with the doctor? So holistic care is very important to me because I was in, so my situation was this. Oh, thank you so much, Ken. So I was in a car accident in 2016. That car accident screwed me up, y'all. When I tell you, I was the passenger. When I tell you, when I felt that impact, I felt whatever was in me that gave me that jump out my body. I felt it jump out of my body, literally. I felt the impact of the car accident, literally. I looked at the driver and I said, what did you do? Because I was texting on my phone the whole time. I'm like this on my phone. And we get smacked from the back. We get smacked, for, driving in the car. And I'm like, oh my God, what just fucking happened? Like my life has left me. That's how I felt, And true enough, it was true. Not physically, but a partial of my body did go because I had to go. I had to wear a neck brace. They wanted me to get surgery on my neck, my back, and my shoulder. I was supposed to get 3 surgeries, neck, back, and shoulder, right? So I go to the doctors. And one doctor, it was 2 doctors that looked at me now. And one doctor was like, you need to get shoulder surgery, you need to get back surgery, you need to get neck surgery. I'm like, what the hell? They was like, oh, you're going to be in pain for the rest of your life. I'm like, I don't know about all that. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm kind of young to be getting neck, back, and shoulder surgery. Like, hold the fuck up. Hold up. So, um, oh, thanks, Ken. That's really nice. So, um, he sounded not a doctor, but anyhow, that's really nice of you to offer. But the point is this. So I end up going to heal myself. I went to holistic care. So holistic to me means anything that does not have to do with surgery or actual medication. That from a synthetic form. To me, that is holistic care. I mean, that is yeah, that's holistic care. So I healed myself in a way that is very interesting. If you want to learn more about what that is, then you know, DM me and say, what is that interesting thing you did? Because I mean, to be honest, I'm just to put it out there, sexual healing. Sexual healing really is a thing. Sexual healing really does work. Sexual healing is good for your body. Sexual healing healed my body. Because today, like some days, it depends on the weather outside. Like if it's really cold, my body aches. You know, I was diagnosed with bursitis in my right shoulder, a pinched nerve in my neck, a bulging disc in my back, and chronic pain. So I will always be in pain for the rest of my life. So so when they told me, they said you will never be able to have intimacy again. You'll never be able to wear long hair. You'll never be able to wear heels. And they just, you never, you never, you never. And at this point, I was like 34, maybe 36. That's a huge looking. But anyhow, yeah, I was in my early 30s. I had just had a birthday. And I'm like, what you mean? I ain't gonna be able to have no more. What you mean? I ain't gonna be able to wear long hair no more. What you mean? I can't wear heels no more. Like, what you mean? Like, this is crazy. Like, so I was using a walker. I still sometimes use it, to be honest. Sometimes it depends on the situation. Like, sometimes I still have to use my walker. Mister want to take me out on a dinner. I might show up with my walker, then what? Or my cane. So sometimes I still have to like wear my use those things. Depends on the situation. Like, and even with intimacy, like it is hard for me because sometimes like especially like after like near like after the car accident and I start having intimacy, a few times I did go to the hospital because of it, because of that intimacy. So so yeah, so I did have to go to the hospital a few times after having intimacy because of the bulging disc in my back. Because they said that every time that would have intimacy, it was like having an impact again because of the pounding. So the pounding would irritate my back, and that would shock my back and the memory of the car accident. It'll be like me being in a car accident every time. Right? Right. So having intimacy for me is like being in a car accident over again. My body takes the pounding from the car accident, from the intimacy as a remembrance from the car accident, if that makes sense. So I really had to figure this out. And I'm like, well, first of all, like I said, holistic care, I believe, is something that if you don't take medication or you don't get surgery. So I said, well, first of all, intimacy, you can't feel pain. What can you do to stop the pain? And so I said, well, I learned that I've heard that when you have intimacy, you can't feel pain and pleasure at the same time. That pleasure will always override the pain. The pleasure will always override the pain. So that's why I went to investigate sexual healing. And that's where I learned, and that's where I did, and that's what I did, and that's what got me back on my feet. Sexual healing, for real. Because I found myself wearing sweatpants, I found myself wearing like going down. And it was like hard for me because I was like, here I am, this beautiful woman, and I'm not able to present that to the world. And I'm not able to present that to myself. Because when I was looking in the mirror, I started seeing myself like going down. I'm like, here I am on this walker, I'm bent over, I got these sweatpants on. Like, this shit is not me, yo. Like, I gotta figure out something that's gonna get me back on track of being me. You know what I'm saying? Get me back my feminine energy, get that sexiness back, get that body back, get this weight off me, because I was taking pills and it was giving me water weight. So I went to find a place where I could do that. So I share my story not to encourage anybody to uh, engage in sexual healing practice, because it could be a dangerous practice if you don't do it right. But again, it is sexual healing is very important, and sexual healing literally does work. And I believe that because we are literally off balance and we're not having sex properly, intimacy properly, and we're not experiencing it on the level that we could be experiencing on, that we are sick. That's why we're sick today. And that's why a lot of people immune systems are weak, because you're not having it the proper way. It's a way to do everything. And um energy is energy. You see what I'm saying? And so you have to be able to uh channel that. So like when you intimate, you stretch, you do all those things. When that your body loosens up, your heart rate is like a workout. And it really does work. And I would recommend anybody, if you are married, especially if you're married and you're sick, you should be having all the time. Get your body back right. If you have a spouse and your spouse is sick, you need to be putting on some lingerie and doing what you got to do. For real. Because the medication will make them drowsy, it'll make them nauseous, it'll make them all these things. But if you jump in, you can save some lives. I saved a man's life. My friend had he was having liver problems, and he wasn't intimate, and I know he hasn't been intimate in a while, and he was about to die. He was on his deathbed. So what I did was, my friend had liver problems and he was about to die, so I gave him some, and he survived. He lived. Matter of fact, he been out of bed ever since the day I went and picked him up. I don't date him no more, but he alive and well. That's the power of sexual healing. That man was in the bed about to die, and I went and got that man and gave him a world of fun and sent him back home, and he was up doing the barn and all kinds of stuff. Practice make perfect. What kind of places I like to go? How about that? I like to fly to Miami. I like to do the beaches. Like what kind of I like to, we just meet each other, so we have to stay within the states. So what places I like to go? Bahamas, Hawaii, yeah. Those are the places I like to go. So yeah, so holistic healing is very important. And I really do thank Holly for giving me a chance to even having her on the show. Like I said, New Moon Body Works. I'm gonna share the screen with you guys one more time so you can check out their page. Because I really think it's important to look into holistic care before you start to do the medical route. Um, my baby girl, even with my baby, when she was going through what she was going through, unfortunately, she was being drugged. And a lot of times we are being drugged. So you just have to be careful, on what you put in your body, and just talk with your doctors, because it's a team. To me, I feel like healthcare, and that's what you teach, that it's supposed to be a team effort. It's supposed to be, okay, like, doc, this is what's going on with me. This is what I feel. This is what I've been doing. Maybe it's something I need to eliminate from my actual diet that's causing this. Because if you notice, most of the time stuff flare up after we eating something, or it's probably something that we always eat all the time. And I usually, when I do a consultation with people, and it's a life consultation in reference to holistic care, I ask them, "What is your favorite meal?" That's the first thing I ask them. What's your favorite meal? Because it's usually what you like the most is what's causing the damage. What are you ingesting in your body? Humans really only put three liquids in their bodies, three different types of liquids in your body. You probably a person who drinks water, soda, and coffee, or you might drink juice, water, and soda, or you might drink soda, coffee, and water, or you might drink, but it's usually a three combination of three liquids that you put in your body. That also can determine what you do. Do you drink sodas, beer, and wine? Do you drink sodas, water, and liquor? These are all the things that affect your body. Because anytime you put anything in your body, it creates a chemical reaction. And I think we have lost touch really about chemical reaction within the body. We have, I don't know, as a race, as a whole, we're not really focusing on the mechanics of us, because we're so consumed with how to pay the rent, how to pay the bills. For example, electricity comes from the creator of the universe. We don't create electricity. Everything that we have natural resources that humans do not produce, but we pay bills. And you say, so you don't appreciate the electricity because now they framed it as a bill. Now, understanding that this is given to you as a gift from the universe, because the universe provides the electricity. Without the electricity, we have no lights, we have no food, we have nothing. And electricity is pure natural resources that man cannot, will not, do not know how to create the very existing piece of source that we use to even operate this internet. Only thing that man has done is learn how to contain it and operate. That's the only thing that man has done, and God has allowed man to learn how to manage and manifest electricity. But that does not come from man. Man does not create electricity. We are electrical beings. That's why sometimes when you lay in your bed, you might see a hole. You get up, it's static. Your whole electricity source comes out of you because of the static between your sheets and your bed. Because we are electrical beings. We do not create electricity. Electricity is given to us as a natural resource for our human survival. That is a gift. And we neglect that gift, and we misuse that gift on a daily basis. For example, the same electricity that you use to watch porn or you use to do whatever that's not good source still comes from the main source. Even if you are atheist, you're still using natural resources that comes from something other than man. Okay? Man cannot create and does not create electricity. Okay? Your TV running right now is because of God, because of the creation of the universe, not because you paid a damn bill. Understand that. Not because you paid a bill, because God loves you. That's why you got electricity. Not because you paid your fucking bill or not. They ain't got shit. They can't control it. They can harvest it and but they and try to manage it, but they can't control it. And that's the same thing with your body. They can try to manage it and try to control it, but they have no rules. They're not the source. You see what I'm saying? So when it comes to holistic care, you really have to find out what is the source of the issue. That's why when I do holistic consultations with my clients, like when I do my bed and breakfast in Crystal City. So I have my own city, guys. Hallelujah. Yes, I do. I have my own city called Crystal City, coming to Utah, Alabama, and I'm going to be a part of the Civil Rights Trail in Utah, Alabama. So it's an absolutely awesome place to come to learn about history, to talk, to meet with me, to hire me as your consultant, to have a one-on-one for any type of thing that you might be going through. I will have some spaces available for actual my one-on-one clients that may be in need of sources to heal, rebuild, regrow, regroup, start that business, heal from losing a child. These are the things that we're going to be offering at Crystal City, and I'm very excited about it because it's finally is a time where I'm able to piggyback off of all my hard work. All of my hard work, all of my hard effort is going into getting Crystal City done. And everything that I ever done, from writing my books to um, hiring people to volunteering, everything I ever done has not gone in vain, and it all will be beneficial to Crystal City. And so, just speaking about Crystal City in Alabama, we're actually hiring. We have over 100 plus jobs available. Yes, car rental, car shares, security, um, lodging, hospitality, laundry. We have so many call center jobs. We're going to have a lot of job opportunities at Crystal City. And if you're interested, we're going to have remote, hybrid, and on-site jobs. So hybrids, remote, and on-site jobs on crystalcityalabama.com. So you go to crystalcityal.com and check out all the remote jobs and on-site jobs that we have. It's a great opportunity, and I'm excited. So yeah, so oh, you said, oh, really? Thank you. Yeah, God is good. So at the end of the day, we have to realize that we are energetic beings, and that sometimes it just takes going out in the sun to get what we need. And a lot of times we just so in hustle bustle mode, we don't really stop and pay attention to the things that occur in our body. Like, we are so conditioned. You see what I'm saying now? Like, you see a movie and you see somebody get drunk and they're vomiting in the toilet. So you naturally think that, okay, if I get drunk, I should expect to get sick, or it's natural or something that comes with it. No, it's really because your body is really. I honestly think that we probably all really are allergic, but we just have been conditioned to ignore those symptoms and just have a good time. And because I'm like, why am I itching after I done drunk this alcohol? I'm talking about as soon as I took the shot, I'm just like I got like a fiend. I'm like, oh Lord, what's happening here? And I'm itching in places I should not be itching. And then I'm like, okay, well, let me change up from the shot, and then I'll drink some wine. So I drank the wine and was itching even more. I was like, oh no. So maybe what I'm thinking is I have to drink like holistic, like organic. Okay, let's say for organic alcohol, like make my own alcohol, like my own vines, grapes, make my own little wine. So it'll be straight natural, because you don't know what stuff is being put in this stuff. And everybody is not the same. Like, it's like, in a way, it's like this to me. We all have the same outside vessels, but we all have different perceptions of this world. Nobody, and I think a lot of people, and I think that's where a lot of confusion come in at, is that people assume that my perception is your perception of the world. And it's not true. We all have different perceptions of this world. We all have that. And I believe that's why our fingertips are different. Like there's no one born with the same finger print, because we all have different perspectives of life. We all have different missions that we come here on as well. So that draws our energy on what we actually see and how we perceive life. We might not understand why we gravitate to the color green, but it could have been something that was historical passed down in our genes, and now we feel like the color green, we got to be attracted to that green. It could be an ancestor, it could be something, but you don't know. You see what I'm saying? So it's like getting into holistic care has a lot to do with mental health, being able to be able to control your emotions, you know. And when you live in a society where it tells you to let your emotions go wild, like I've been a victim of it, you know, myself. You know, I've been on Instagram, Facebook, cussing people out, mad because I'm in a society where they say it's okay, or I can do that. Freedom of speech, I can do that, whatever, whatever. But in reality, that is not showing strength of emotional control. It's not. Because if you allow somebody to trigger you, because people will trigger you and they want to see you upset. And that's a part of holistic care and self-care, and being like honest with yourself, man, and being like, man, that type of shit stuff pisses me off. I don't want to go around them because it brings this out of me. When I go around them, it makes me upset. It brings this type of energy out of me. Or when I listen to this song, just like for example, music. You got some songs that you listen to, it'll help and make you want to go beat somebody up. Then you got some songs you listen to and make you want to go make love. You got some songs you listen to and make you want to cry. You see what I'm saying? So it just depends on the energy that you bring around you and you let in your life. I feel that also has to deal with your health, because health is not, we are trained to think health is like your body breaking down as you age. That's what we've been trained to think, but it's bigger than that. It's actually uh it is a lifestyle. It's a lifestyle, meaning everything you do in your life represents your stage of health and well-being. So your friends, when people look at you and your friends, they say who your friends are. You know what I'm saying? If you got a bunch of people who are not going anywhere and doing anything, and then you wonder why your mental health is down, then you can understand why, because you're surrounding yourself. What's your social health? One thing I learned, Florida, I love Florida. Florida is a great place to take a kid to teach them about economics, social, financial uh, levels of economics. Florida is the best place in the world to learn about economical, because in Florida you see social economics, in Florida you see financial economics, and it's important you see language economics, language economics. And we're not taught these things in schools, all these various economical stages of life that affects your health. If you are, if your social economical life is not high in value, then your percentage life is, and the gaming system tells you it all. And the gaming system is a great example on how life really, 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 really works. Like we start off with 100% bar. You start off with 100% bar, right? A lifeline. Depends on who you with, where you go, how fight. That every day and everything you do affects your percentage of survival. Okay? Everything, anything and everything and everyone and every place and every move and every determines your percentage of survival. So, for example, if I know if I go into a neighborhood that has a high rate of uh, gang violence, then my percentage, my lifeline percentage increases when I go in that neighborhood. If I if I am allergic to shellfish and I mistakenly eat shellfish, my life expectancy line has now almost dropped to zero. You know, if I'm in a nightclub and I'm looking for um, this type of guy, but I'm in a nightclub off in Paris and nobody speaks English, then my percentage of meeting the guy who's I can really, do anything with, as far as having a relationship with, my percentage has shrunk. So everything is in percentage. Everything's in percentage to what you want to do in life. And if you look at that and you look at life in that way, it kind of helps you easier to determine, like, if I eat this, how much percentage is it going to add to my main goal and our objective here? I want to lose 50 pounds. Okay, that might be a lot, whatever. Say I want to lose 10 pounds. So I'm not going to go, okay, so I want to lose 20 pounds and Christmas coming up. I'm not going to go, I know if I go to my auntie house, she going to have everything I like to eat. What is my percentage of me losing weight if I go to her house? Now, if I tell myself I'm only going to eat half of what I usually eat, then my percentage of losing weight is higher. But if I go there and I indulge and I eat all the food, then my percentage of losing weight is low, is almost none. So when you think about moving in percentages in your life, like if I go out with this dude, what is the percentage, the average likely that me and him gonna get married? If I want to get married, I want to get married in 6 months. What's the percentage of that likely happening with this guy if I go out with him? So when you think about holistic care, it is so many different areas of care and so many platforms of life that you have to be aware of that has so much to do with economical, that affects your health internally and mentally, that if you consume with everything around you, you ignore what's going on internally. And that's why sometimes it'd be like, oh, you caught it too late, or we could have caught it early because you were ignoring signs. You was ignoring what was going on because you were just so invested in what was going on the outside world. So I'm a victim to the situation too. We all are a victim to distraction. Distraction is a huge key to why society is going the way it's going with health. It's distraction, it's the fast-paced life, the 24-hour living now. I mean, you have to understand now we have gone into so many sectors over these last 4 years. Okay. We've gone over through a lot of sectors, right? We went from uh being able to just have an iPhone, FaceTime, to now being able to TikTok and Snapchat and Zoom meetings and uh, not work from home and travel and work and shit, make money just dancing on fucking line. And now you got AI that come into the mix, and they made it faster to get an email out, to get a report done, and now they done changed it up. Now you can do a whole cinema movie with different avatars, and you can use avatars to talk and stuff. And now you can actually make yourself an avatar and make yourself in a cinema movie. We have jumped tremendously. We have taken a leap into a world of wealth. We have placed everybody in a position where we can create wealth. But what about the health? You have a bunch of wealthy people and they sick as fuck. You know what I'm saying? You have to still have the mental health to go along with it. That's why a lot of health gurus on social media, they became popular because being healthy was a taboo. And if you are working out and you actually are achieving those goals, people are watching you at awe. Like, you really going to the gym? You really working out? You really eating healthy? This can really be done? I can really eat good? I can really. That's why fitness people blew up on social media. Not because they were fucking just working out, because people was at awe at what they were doing. Oh, well, thank you for your time, Kent. So, yeah. He said I got his number. I don't know what that is. Anyhow, so I really wish Holly would have joined us today, but I'm gonna get her back on. Don't worry. But I didn't want to like not continue to go on with the show. The show must go on, people. The show must go on. Yes. Because I myself have had my own experience, my own life experience. And at 42 years old, I can share my own life experiences that I use to help me get better and to grow in the life that I'm living. And I'm still growing, you know. And so I want you guys to check out today's Focus with Crystal. Every Wednesday at 1 p.m., we're going to have somebody on the show giving you straight, raw truth about life, love, health, wealth, and business. That's where I'm come from. That's who I am. It's all about love, peace, and growth. It's about growing, developing, and becoming a better you each and every day, each and every year, and just believing in yourself no matter what. Because people will distract you. People will do their best to pull you down. And you can't allow that. In 2026, we ain't listening to no haters. If we hear hate, guess what? We ignore that shit. Let that shit bounce off. We don't even reply. We don't even respond. We don't even DM. We don't even get upset because people want to see you out of character so they can point the finger at you to be like, see, something wrong with her. Da, 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 da. No, you just disrespected me. You disrespected me. But you have to understand it comes with the territory. If you ain't got no haters, then you ain't puppet. You understand? You don't have no haters. You ain't popping. So let's, you know what I'm saying? Let's go out with that. Matter of fact, falling not an option, shorty. Losing's not an option. We're gonna do it till we satisfied. So we're gonna do it, do it, do it. What you waiting for? Big things popping and little things stopping. So I'm excited to be able to offer. Crystal City is going to be on the Alabama Civil Rights Trail. Okay, so if you guys want to come and visit Utah, Alabama, bike ride, it's a nice place for you guys to come and really enjoy. It's a really nice environment. It's clean. It's nice. It's historical. You will learn a lot. You will get a lot of energy from the place. It's the land of the greats, man. It's the land of the becomers, the land of the beings, the people who really grow and make it work. So if you want to be a guest at Crystal City, Alabama. All you gotta do is go to crystalcityal.com. You can pre-book your stay today. You can pre-lease your home today. You can pre-lease your bike rental today. Only if you living on a residence, if you can secure a rental car, and if you're there for the bed and breakfast. And if you're a vendor, we have vendor opportunities if you want to sell your products in our gift shop and our aviation mart. I'm so excited about the aviation mart, guys. Having private land gets you some great opportunities, and being able to allow people in the aviation world, the professionals, to be able to land and rest and eat and be a part of something great is awesome to be able to offer that on my land. And so you are looking at Queen Crystal, a queen of Crystal City. Yes, you're looking at a real live queen. Yes, I am. I have my own empire. And I'm excited about that. I'm your empress, Crystal Hughes. It's exciting. I'm grateful to my grandparents for entrusting me with the land to develop it. And it's being done. Finally, after, I got the land inherited, I'm thinking about in 2021. Yeah, so exciting time. So again, if you're looking for a job, we have remote jobs, hybrid and on-site jobs. We're looking for security. We're looking for receptionists, housekeeping, gamers, because we got a game room. We're looking for aviation tenants, parking tenants, bike rental, car tenants. What else? Trainers as well, workforce development trainers. We're looking for workforce development trainer and holistic landscaping, construction. And all you got to do is DM me or call 205-336-2312. But you can also visit the website. Oh, thank you so much, Abri. I'm sorry if I said that wrong. But give me your Facebook and your IG. I follow you. And so I'll send you a crystal book so you can get $100 off on your first night. So basically, Crystal City will have two currencies. You'll be able to use American dollars and you will be able to use crystal bucks. So I'm excited about that. Crystal bucks is for every $1 you spend is $2. So it saves you money. Yep. So you can come to Crystal Buck, pull out your Crystal Bucks, and save some money when you come on your vacation. And the great thing about it is, like, you can book the bed and breakfast, you can book wedding services, business services, housing for students. I need a property manager. I need a property manager. Are you willing to relocate? That's the question. Are you willing to relocate? I don't know if you could do that remote. You might can. You might can. That might. I'll check with AI and see if we can do. You can do that. Where you live at though? What city and state? 'Cause I need to get with your economic development corporation. Yes, that's exciting, girl. And you know what? You need to DM me right now because you can make some money right now. I'm doing pre-leasing. Are you? Do you know anything about pre-leasing and pre-booking? You can make some money. You can get it popping, girl. Don't play with me. I'm getting ready to upgrade the website. My number 205-336-2312. Call me ASAP. I get off of here at 2 o'clock. So as soon as 2 o'clock hit, I'm going to end the show. Um, so definitely hit me up because this is really good stuff, girl. I'm excited. Right now I'm doing 8 home. It's 20 rooms in total. 20 rooms in total. Uh, yes, girl, let's get it. Oh, snap. Look at God. He never seems to me. I love the Lord. I'm for real. I'm about that bread now. You talking to somebody about that money. Please be serious. I pray you serious because I am very serious. And I really wanted to get with somebody in Florida anyway because Florida does a lot of stuff in Alabama. They kind of like it's kind of like a DMV, DC, Maryland, Virginia. Florida is like it's like Atlanta, Alabama, Florida. Is that how it goes? I think. Yeah. So make sure you guys go to Crystal City. You can go to my website and check out what's going on right now, so you can kind of have a feel for what I'm doing. So crystalcityal.com, and that's spelled CRYSTAL cityaL.com. And I'm so excited. Like I literally just got off the phone with the Alabama Civil Rights Trail. So to be listed as one of the housing results for that is amazing. Like, really? How'd you find me, girl? Because I'm doing a whole talk show on holistic care, but my guest didn't show up today. But I'll just keep it moving, girl. We don't stop. The I'm glad I kept going. Something said, "Hey, show must the show must go on," and that's probably for me to meet you. Look at God. I'm so glad. That's great because this is a great opportunity. 50 plus jobs. Uh, and the great thing about the housing part is that it's a lot of a la carte upsell opportunities. You can upsell the golf carts, the car rental, the bike rentals. Oh, it's so much. The pool access, the gym pass, the game room pass. Like it is just so much to upsell um for the property. I'm so excited. Wow. Are we friends on YouTube or Facebook or something? Because I got it posted on it's on Facebook. Hi, thank you for joining. And I want to thank everybody who tuned in today for today's Focus with Crystal. You can find us on Facebook at today's Focus with Crystal. We really be having some exciting guests on the show, like really be dropping jewels and stuff like that, guys. Stuff that you can take away and actually learn and use today. Like the lady here just now, like she got a job opportunity. Crystal City is hiring right now. CrystalCityAL.com is hiring. It's going to be the best new is all in one destination stop. And y'all got to come through. My grand opening, I'm going to be announcing that. If you're looking for a job or you're looking for some place for a nice place for your child to relocate if they're going to University of Alabama, we have student housing opportunities. It's are you familiar with student housing? Okay, cool. Well, that's look at that. Look at that, all the rhythm putting us together. I know that's right. Put it together because I need all the help I can get, girl, because that we are definitely hiring. The goal is to be open and operated by no later than October of 2026 and definitely no later than February 2027. We will be open and operating. And for everyone who pre-booked for 2026, we're going to be doing a Valentine's Day walkthrough on the property, so which is really really nice, and it's gonna be like for lovers, couples, like just to introduce the property to the people and stuff like that. If construction is not going on at that time, then that we'll be doing the walkthrough. But God willing, the construction will be going on at that time, and y'all just have to wait to the grand. So that's those are the two options. So I'm excited. It's going to be a tiny home community with a bed and breakfast with a aviation offer. So that's even more upsell. So all-in-one basically result on the Alabama Civil Rights Trail. I'm so excited. So we're not actually going to be on the trail, but we're going to be. I'm working to get Utah on the trail, but we're going to be one of the housing that will be listed as housing for people who's coming to the trail. If that makes sense. Yeah. So again, you could if you want to be on the show and talk about what it takes to be a property manager, I would love to hire you because that's a great career. People really don't. It's hard to get in property management. I actually wanted to do that, and it out of all the things I ever done, property management was the hardest to even get into. And so this is the only really way I got into it by having my own. Because property management is like you got to really know somebody to work in property management. But Crystal City is hiring for property managers, HR department, construction, landscaping, housing, um, all kinds of stuff we're hiring for. We are actually going to have a salon on the property as well. So we're looking for licensed stylists, licensed barbers, licensed nail techs. It's going to be really nice. I'm excited about it. And again, go to Crystal City AL. You can follow me on Today's Focus on Facebook and also on TikTok. You can follow us at the Bed and Crystal City Bed and Breakfast on TikTok. Oh, great. That's awesome. Again, my number is 205 336 2312. Again, that's 205 336 2312. You can call me if you have questions, if you're interested in investing, if you're interested in employment, if you just have questions about coming and visiting, or if you want to get a crystal book to get a discount towards your first night stay, or just to have a gift for somebody. We would love to support and talk to you and brainstorm and see how we can work together. I'm looking for partnerships, contractor opportunities. This is the beginning of a brand new all-in-one destination, like your Gaylords, like your Wharfs, like this, and black owned, woman, black owned. Okay, woman, black owned. We're real heritage of